Part 48, Last Day, Prophecy, 15th of December, 71 CE. This lecture is on last day prophecies. Last day occurred. 2 Thessalonians 2:2. Please do not get excited too soon or alarmed by any prediction or rumor or any letter claiming to come from us, implying that the day of the Lord has already arrived. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Never let anyone deceive you in this way. It cannot happen until the Great Revolt has taken place and the rebel, the last one, has appeared. It was not a prediction or rumor. Last day was 15th of December, 71 CE. Daniel 9:21. Even while I was speaking in prayer, the man Gabriel, whom I had seen in the vision at the beginning, reached me in my utter exhaustion about the time of the evening oblation. 15th of December, 71 CE, 5 p.m., Titus came to sacrifice Simon. 15th of December, 71 CE, Jews were sacrificed last day. John 6:54. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I will raise him up in the last day. 15th of December, 71 CE, Titus was constructed as Messiah on last day. John 7:37. Now on the last day, the great day of the feast, Jesus stood and cried out, saying, if anyone thirsts, let him come to me and drink. 15th of December, 71 CE, third day of triumph, last day. John 6:39. And this is the will of him who sent me, that of all which life he has given me, I should lose nothing, but should raise it up in the last day. 15th of December, 71 CE, 7 p.m., Titus was constructed as Messiah. John 6:40. For this is the will of my Father, that everyone who beholds the Son and believes into him should have eternal life, and I will raise him up in the last day. 15th of December, 71 CE, 7 p.m. Only those who believe that Titus was Messiah will live. Esther 3:14. A copy of the written decree to be issued as law in all the provinces was published to all the peoples, so that they would be ready for that day. 15th of December, 71 CE, that day was last day. 2 Samuel 16:12. It may be that Jehovah will look on the wrong done to me, and that Jehovah will repay me with good for his cursing on this day. Vespasian cursed Jews on last day. Simon prayed to his Jewish God. Esther 3:13. And letters were sent by couriers to all the king's provinces to destroy, to slay, and to annihilate all the Jews, both young and old, children and women, in one day. 15th of December, 71 CE. In one day, Jews were executed, the last day. Luke 6:13. And when it became day, he called his disciples to him, and he chose from them 12, whom he also named apostles. 15th of December, 71 CE. This day was the last day. Jeremiah 50:27. Slay all her oxen, let them go down to slaughter. Woe to them, for the day has come, the time of their punishment. 15th of December, 71 CE. Their day has come for Jews, last day. Matthew 24:13. But he who has endured to the end, this one shall be saved. 15th of December, 71 CE. John was not executed on last day. Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole inhabited earth for a testimony to all the nations, and then the end will come. 15th of December 71C, gospel preached to Jews, and then execution came. Daniel 8:17. So he came near to where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid, and I fell on my face. But he said to me, understand, O son of man, that the vision pertains to the end time. 15th of December 71C, 5 p.m. This was second vision. Simon's death and Jews were the end time. Daniel 8:18. And as he was speaking with me, I fell into a deep sleep on my face upon the ground. But he touched me and made me stand in my place. After Simon was taken down from the cross, he was standing. Daniel 8:19. And he said, I now make known to you what will happen at the end of the indignation, for the vision pertains to the appointed time of the end. 15th of December 71C. Second vision was last day. It was time of the end, death to all Jews. Genesis 21:8. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. 15th of December 71C. Titus resurrected. Simon was killed. Jewish law stopped. Luke 15:23. And bring the fattened calf, slaughter it, and let us eat and be merry. Simon was slaughtered. Luke 15:24. Because this son of mine was dead and lives again. He was lost and has been found. And they began to be merry. Simon died and Titus lived again. Simon was lost and Titus was found. 15th of December 71C. Simon was dead. Titus resurrected. John 2:1. And the third day a wedding took place in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. 13th, 14th, and 15th of December 71C, 3 days later, was the last day. Leviticus 23:33. Then Jehovah spoke to Moses, saying, Leviticus 23:34. Speak to the children of Israel, saying, on the 15th day of this 7th month is the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days to Jehovah. 15th of December 71C, this was the last day. 10th of December 71C to 16th of December 71C, Roman Sabbaths, feast and celebrations. Last days, 10th of December 71C to 16th of December 71C. Deuteronomy 4:30. When you are in distress, and all these things happen to you, when you are in the last days, you will return to Jehovah your God and listen to his voice. 10th of December 71C to 16th of December 71C. This was the last days. Daniel 10:14. Thus I have come to make you understand what will happen to your people in the last days. Yet the vision pertains to something many days from now. 10th of December 71C to 16th of December 71C. This was first vision. It prophesied the last days. Last days refer to 7 days of Roman Sabbaths. Hebrews 1:1. God, having spoken of old in many portions and in many ways to the fathers in the prophets. Hebrews 1:2 has at the last of these days spoken to us in the Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, through whom also he made the universe. 15th of December 71C, Titus was appointed Messiah. Hebrews 1:3, who, being the effulgence of his glory and the ingress of his substance and upholding and bearing of all things of the word of his power, having made purification of sins, sat down on the right hand of the majesty on high. 10th of December 71C to 15th of December 71C, Titus inherited everything from Jews. 1 John 2:13. Young children, it is the last hour, and even as you heard that Antichrist is coming, even now many Antichrists have come, whereby we know that it is the last hour. 15th of the 771C, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., last hour. Antichrist was Simon. Several Antichrists were Jews and disciples. They appeared in the last days. Jews were rivals of Titus. They were Antichrists. 1 John 2:19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. But if they had been of us, they would have remained with us, but have went out that they might be manifested that they all are not of us. 10th of the 771C to 15th of the 771C. Jews were not of Roman law. They were killed. Exodus 23:14. 3 times a year you shall hold a fast to me. Verse prophesied 3 days of Roman triumph. Exodus 23:17. 3 times a year all your males shall appear before the Lord Jehovah. 13, 14, and 15 of the 771C. 3 days of triumph. Last days. Psalm 108:8. May his days be few. May another take his office. 7th of the 970C. Simon's perdition was his last days. 15th of the 771C. Titus was appointed Messiah. Genesis 17:21. But my covenant I will establish with Isaac, whom Sarah will bear to you at this appointed time next year. 15th of the 771C. Verse suggests Titus spoke to Simon in Jerusalem. 15th of the 771C. Verse pointed to last day when Titus resurrected or born as Jesus the Messiah.